Buffalo! Folks, it's a somber day here at the NFQL. Unfortunately, it's about as somber as a 14-0 team can be. We received word at the end of last night's or Monday night's broadcast that Tre White is going to be out for 11 weeks. So, barring a coronavirus impediment of the 2024 playoffs, Tre White will miss the rest of the season. It's a good thing the front office drafted Isaiah Curtis, the superstar corner, who's ready to step in, fill the role with Asante Samuel Jr., who's now the veteran in the secondary. Got Ernie Green here with us tonight, ready to knock the fish out of playoff contention.
I mean, I know the Patriots have been more to thorn the Bills' side recently in real life, but for people our age, like, we'll always hate the Dolphins more than I'll forever hate the Dolphins more than the Patriots, no matter how bad they are. So
I don't even like Brian Cox Jr. being on the roster.
That's a silly. I mean, that's a whole different can of worms. We could talk about that whole dichotomy the entire game, but that's a whole different thing we can talk about. But I mean, I'll always hate the Dolphins more than the Patriots. Look at those teal uniforms. They're just a bunch of punks, dude. Every single year they run their mouth like, oh, the AFC East runs through us, blah, blah, blah. Then every game they play the Bills in the game that mattered. It didn't matter if it was in Orchard Park or Miami. The Bills would just club them. Every time it mattered. They might win like a game in like September when nobody cares. But once they got the, serious football, they had no chance. And I think Mark Levy went 17-5 against Don Shula. They just all run. There's a bunch of punks, dude. And sometimes you just gotta punch a punk in the face, and you knock him out. And that's basically what happens. I mean,
Tua's no punk, Ernie, with this 31-9 on the touchdown to interception ratio. If you guys haven't gotten your guess in for the
last time they played, so he's gone 11-7 since after the Bills gave him a beating the last game.
If you guys haven't gotten your guesses in, you have till the end of the first quarter to get your guess in for the final score for the Bills. The total points the Bills will score. We also still need Sean Phillips' number. Sean Phillips, if you're out there, hit us with your square number. And we've got a bunch of squares to give away here. We did our math wrong, so we're going to be doing a square drive every single drive this season or this game. The goal we're going to have for this drive is what yard line will the final play of the Dolphins drive happen from? So the yard line is where the ball is snapped on their last play of the drive, folks. Make sure, so we don't get it confused with your score guess, make sure you're saying the yard marker for the end of the drive guess. So right now it would be the 48-yard line if you were guessing the yard marker.
And now you might want to guess the 46 because was that McClain that just jumped in and made that big play there?
Yep. And the snap of the punt will count.
The crazy thing is the Bills' defense is you can get yardage between the tackles. You're not running on the outside with them or passing on those quick hit pass patterns. Yet these teams insist on running those plays, and they're just idiots. I don't know what to say. they're 14-0 because people are running at their strength. It's just insane.
There's
I think we're going to have a holding call there.
There's not a lot of opposition scouting in the NFQL, Ernie.
Apparently not.
I think we got holding there. Going to bring that back. So this play is starting at the 37-yard line of the Dolphins. Tua just gets rid of it. Oh, finds a man. That's no good, Ernie.
Nah, so first the Bills have been kind of leaky in the first drive of the game every game recently. Then they tightened down. So
I mean, you go 31-9 on your touchdown to interception ratio. You're going to make some plays. Looks like a little cover 2 beater there.
It was. I always say when you run cover 2, you only cover 2, which means you got 3 guys open.
I'm always a big fan of a nice big flag route or a post route right down the middle of the cover 2.
I agree. It's wide open. That was wide open too. It'll happen though. I mean, Tua was looking sharp to start the game. They're at home. They got a playoff spot on the line. They might be their intensity at the beginning of the game might be just a little higher than the Bills, given they're fighting for their lives and the Bills have already clinched home field. It happens once in a while. So don't match their intensity. Things will be fine.
I'm not sure why, but we've lost the game audio again. For whatever reason, this new setup randomly cuts out the audio on the game stream. I have no idea why that is. It annoys the ever-living hell out of me. I apologize for it, folks. It's extremely disappointing that for whatever reason Streamlabs can't get their crap in order and not have a different issue every single night that we've got to try and overcome and work with.
Go ahead.
I was just trying to think of a way that I could get this game audio feed in.
We got 2nd and goal here from looks like the 9-yard line. And again, up the middle, gains a couple yards. They're kind of barreled through there. That was actually a pretty nice run there for the running backs. So that 3rd and goal about the 5-4, and I can definitely see the Bills defense making a big play here. If they keep them out of the end zone here, that'd be huge because Bills marched up and down the field in the Dolphins the first game. I see that happening again. Third and goal from the 5. The Dolphins are tight. Let's see what happens here. It's a straight running play, and it's down to the 2-yard line or 1-yard line. Let's see what happens here. That's an interesting call on 3rd and goal from the 5. I mean, it almost worked, but it didn't. So I'd like to see a play maybe in the end zone there, but Matt Oliver makes the play. Stop me yard short. Let's see what they're going to do here. Are they going to go? I mean, you're 7-7. The season's on the line. I go for it, but let's see what happens here.
Nah.
And the Sean McDermott special.
Statistically, going for it on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line is the most obvious situation and 4th down scenarios that you can have to go for it.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you force down at the 1-yard line, and then they're probably, the likelihood of them getting the first down is not that high anyway from 1st and 10 from the 1. So worst case scenario, you fall like in midfield again, really good field position.
Yep.
I never understood that. Coaches are cowards for the most part, so that's what that happens. So,
all right,
is
folks.
Not playing today?
No, we've got Jacob Eason is taking the start tonight. After the Tre White injury, we downgraded some of our key players. Allen's in the backup role. Diggs is the 6th wide receiver. Knox is the 2nd tight end. We downgraded everybody to kind of save them a little bit. So we're going to see what we got in our backup here, Ernie.
Well, he made the right play there. He threw the ball to Singletary, who made a move for a first down.
And I think we got the game audio back up and running for you guys there. Did a little workaround to circumvent their issues. I know it's bad enough not having fans in the stands, but not having any game audio noise and being able to hear the action takes some of the fun away from it. So, oh boy, talk about taking some fun away from it. Nobody's getting that one.
Yeah, that was
a sky
that
ball.
was not a great. That was definitely a pass from a backup quarterback.
Ernie, so there's been some chatter coming out of Bills camp. It's been real small so far, but I can see it turning into a. I can see the momentum building on where it's going to go. And if you ask me, the Bills are kind of due for this type of scenario. Let's start like this. What's the last undrafted or low-rated or low-drafted wide receiver you can remember the Bills getting that end up popping and becoming a big receiver? Because like a lot of the top receivers, like some of these guys, they come from the middle rounds and just dominate and explode in season one. And pretty much every team, every couple seasons, you get lucky on a wide receiver pick. Can you remember the last time the Bills got lucky in a late round wide receiver pick?
Off the top of my head, I mean, you have to give me a second here, because that's going to be a question. I'm trying to think here. Well, Stevie Johnson was in the 7th round. You're saying undrafted, right?
Either one. Stevie Johnson's the last one I can remember, and that's almost probably over 10 years ago.
I think he was drafted in 2008, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's 12 years ago.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of any other and then Chris Hogan they got from somewhere else, so that doesn't count.
No.
He was a journeyman, and he didn't have a high impact really on the Bills anyway because they didn't have a quarterback at the time. I mean, don't even get me started on that. You got all those great receivers, a great running back, the best offensive line in football, and you got the captain of the Titanic at the helm, Tyrod Taylor. But
I watched the first episode of Hard Knocks, and Anthony Lynn knows Tyrod. He brought Tyrod in because he knows him. And the first scene of Anthony Lynn watching Justin Herbert throw passes, you can already see the love in Anthony Lynn's eyes. He's just, ooh, wow. Look at that ball. I'm like, geez, Tyrod doesn't stand a chance.
You know, I mean, Tyrod's a good dude. But, like, when that's the first thing you have to say about a quarterback, he's not a good quarterback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Like, I mean, even like an average quarterback, like say like J.P. Watson. The first thing you think about J.P. Watson is, yeah, he had a lot of deficiencies, but he had a rocket arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing you think about when you think of J.P. Watson. He's got a big arm.
Well, my favorite are the people that compare Tyrod stats to Allen and make the argument they're similar. If a 7-year quarterback that's been groomed for 3 seasons before he even started has similar stats to the second-year quarterback that was a raw prospect and he was thrown in and has a fifth of the salary, they're not equal.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I nothing to add to that. You said it perfectly.
But
like,
go ahead.
There's just so many people that, like, I don't get it. Like, do Giants fans like wax poetic about Jeff Hostetler in that Super Bowl, or do they realize they had the perfect game plan to beat the Bills? Like, Tyrod Taylor was quarterback when the Bills had everything go right in the season they were trying to lose to make the playoffs. He just happened to be there. And he got him to the playoffs. He had like 5 games that year where he threw like under 140 yards. It wasn't because of him. It was in spite of him.
Okay, so the yard marker contest, nobody won. The lowest guess we had is 3 yards by Chuck Keller, and unfortunately it was 4th and goal from the 1 that they kicked it on, so nobody won that one. We were supposed to have a drive, square every drive. They're over. If it's 1 and they guess 3, they're over. So we're going to get a square in here real quick for this drive. We need something quick here, Ernie.
Ready.
For this drive or next drive?
This drive. This drive right here, we need a square.
Okay, let's see here. How long will the punt go? That's pretty much the only thing we have left on there.
Yeah, there you go. How long will the punt be? Hurry up, get those guesses in. And so what I was pointing out before with the wide receivers is there's a little bit of buzz starting to grow around Isaiah Hodgins. And his 6'4" frame has been hard to miss at practices. I think this kid might be a sleeper.
looks like it. I mean, this has been a typical Bills game ever since the, we've been following this year. First drive, they kind of get, put the plays up, but then after that, they look good.
That's a 37-yard net punt, Ernie. And somebody hit it on the head. John Grassi hit the 37-yard punt on the head. John Grassi. Let's let me get a square going for this one first. How many first downs will the Bills get on this drive? That's the guess. Ernie, it's your job to keep track of how many first downs we get on this drive. 1 second, I'm going to get ready to throw the numbers up here for John Grassi. That's our first down of the game. There's the squares.
We had one first down last year. Remember that pass to Singletary over the middle? Then the draft fizzled after that.
Ernie, I'm going to be pretty disappointed if Jacob Eason comes in here and lets these Dolphins pop champagne bottles and save their record.
I gotta imagine by the 2024 season though, most of those guys will be gone. Half of them are gone already anyway.
There'll be one crusty miser left. Like the long snapper, the backup long snapper will still be popping champagne bottles.
Yeah, maybe.
So what do we got? One first down so far in this drive?
One first down, that's it.
All right. Remember,
folks, this is not up for debate. A touchdown counts as a first down.
Good preface, Ernie. And remember, you've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the quarter to get your total score guess in. Get your total score guess in if you haven't hit it already. We've got a Pittman sighting. The biggest disappointment about signing Ruggs is it stunted the growth of Pittman and Schwartz. They saw a lot less time on the field. Nice moves until a 5-yard juke backwards.
Yeah, there was he was dancing around. You could tell that this team is bored at 14-0. This is the most focused group I've ever seen in my entire life. But that run, you could have had 4 or 5 yards. They go, I want to take it to the house, and no.
Ernie, they can turn the switch on and off.
Well, so you had a post on Twitter the other day where you were talking about a quarterback and comparing him to other bozo quarterbacks, and the fact that there were several guesses on which bozo quarterback you were referring to, even though I know who you were talking about right off the bat. That just speaks of 20 years of incompetence and trying to nickel and dime at the most important position in sports.
Yeah.
Honestly. It was sad. I knew you were talking about Taylor right away, but it could have been 6, 7 guys that they were talking about.
It just amazes me of all the modern day franchise fan bases. The Buffalo Bills fan base has watched literally 20 years of inept quarterback play. We've got more experience at recognizing a terrible quarterback than anybody, but some folks are so damn jaded they can't see how different Josh Allen is from these other guys. They just think he's going to be another name in the list because he's wearing a Bills uniform. And it's ridiculous. The guy is night and day on and off the field from any other quarterback the Bills have had in the last 20 years.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. There's another falling field goal, the Sean McDermott special, a 52-yard field goal, whatever it was. Anyway,
how many
disagree with you.
How many first downs do we have on that drive, Ernie?
3.
3 first downs. Matthew Manzella says he did a video on YouTube breaking down comparison between Allen versus Tyrod, and said Allen is clearly the better quarterback.
I appreciate that, buddy, but we didn't need that. But good job.
Well, if Matthew, if you want to go ahead and post the link in the chat here and share it with everybody, you're more than welcome to pop it in there. And Ernie, you're getting vetoed by the chat. We've got multiple folks saying the number is 2.
You have to go back. I counted 3. How'd they get in that position? They had the ball at 25. I thought it was 3. So.
Yeah.
And That's the longest screen pass they've had against them this year, and it was illegal anyways.
So
And it went for 3 yards.
Easy work. It's easy work.
We've got a runoff, it looks like, between Steve Noble and Kerry Storr for first down. Both of them had 2.
They got 2. Maybe I gave them credit for one more they should have had.
All right. Yeah, let's do that because we don't have time for a runoff. So Kerry and Stephen Noble, you both get a square. Go ahead and let me get that number up on screen for you. Ernie, we need something for this drive. How about a trivia question?
All right, trivia. Okay, quick trivia question. In 1983, Jim Kelly was the second first-round pick of the Bills. Who was the first one?
Come on, set. 90.
I just did. I'm gonna need some way to get that answer from you, Ernie, so I can know when I see it in the chat.
I just put it in the chat.
You put the answer in the chat?
Not our private chat, not their chat.
Oh, all right. Hang on. Let me switch screens here. Switching screens. All right. Is that really the answer?
Yeah.
We already got a winner. Michael Shepard, Tony Hunter. He's on it. Who I don't remember making any impact ever as a Bill.
He had a cure any knee injury like the second year.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Right
They're
up.
thinking, well, and I think it was a 12th and 14th pick, so like we're gonna, because he was like they wanted to have like a Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow thing, and they're like, listen, like we're gonna draft the tight end first, and 2 picks later, we're either gonna get Kelly or Marino, and that was a sound thinking, so they drafted Kelly, and then they had what they wanted, but Hunter got hurt, and Kelly went to the USFL. Didn't come back, so good. By the way, good stop on downs there. Singletary gets the ball for 4 or 5 yards.
So our winner of that one is Michael Shepard. Michael Shepard can pick a square. The Bills have had some bad luck with trying to draft a high prospect tight end, huh?
Well, that one in particular has been good.
Well, Kevin Everett didn't work out well either.
I don't think he was that high. He was 4th or 5th round, wasn't he?
I thought he was like a second rounder.
No. You know who knows? Mr. Google. I'm gonna look it up right now.
You can't trust Google, Ernie.
You can trust the 3rd round of we were actually right in between 3rd round of the 2005 draft.
All right, so Michael Shepard needs to pick a square. Let's get the numbers up there for him while Edmund storms off. And
Hey, he had a career 2 receptions, 4 yards.
all right, let's go with seeing how that was an incomplete pass. Let's go. Oh, 4th down. Bills are punting. We already missed the entire drive, so let's do the punt length again. Name the net yards of the punt. They are punting from their own 24-yard line. I'm going to go with 48. Man, this dude can't stop booting into the end zone. So we've got 56-yard net punt. What do we have, folks? So, can you let me know when the punt has been played over there? When the punt has been played.
Here we go, D, get off the field. 53 at the mic.
Okay.
53 at the mic.
Ooh. We're going to give it to John Atwater. Right at the buzzer, he nailed the 56. Right at the cutoff point.
All right, good John Atwater. I want to really to see Atwater.
Woo, that should have been a pick 6 right there. All right, Ernie, you picked the drive category for this drive. By the way, the total score is closed, so all guesses are currently locked. This is Tony Eason's son, Jacob Eason, at quarterback.
And that's a first down. So the ball is at the 48-yard line. How many more total yards does Dolphins have this drive?
How many more total yards? Okay. So the max number is 52.
Oh, I think they're on the Bill side of the field.
Oh. All right. So the max number is 48. You have to keep track of this time, Ernie. You did a terrible job keeping track of the first downs.
Hey, people got us fired up. Hey, they got us fired up about talking about the Tyrod Taylor thing. You're ridiculous.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
It just boggles my mind that it took them 20 years to realize that, hey, maybe we should prioritize getting a franchise quarterback.
Well, that was my biggest issue with Tyrod Taylor is he was just good enough to make you not bad enough to get a high pick. Tom Dinder, he was not late with the pick. We were watching it on the YouTube stream. The ball was still in the air. It didn't hit before he got the pick in. It was literally at the buzzer. I was ready to call it as a line foul, but the punt was still in the air. So the guess was good and clean.
A line foul like at the end of dodgeball.
Zach McClain dies hard in the in the backfield, or that play died hard.
Did someone pick negative yardage? Because this drive's gone nowhere fast.
Okay, so they started at the 48 with the contest. They got 2 yards. This is going to be a difficult one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Holy cow. All right, so I am watching the YouTube stream right here, and the last play of the snap just got done. So, amazingly, Stephen Noble hit the 2 on the head right before the snap of the play.
Let's go, baby.
Stephen Noble wins another square, Ernie.
Stephen Noble's had some great guys.
What was the contest?
How many more yards they'll get on the drive? Starting at the 48?
I think people were very confused. They thought there were first downs was the question. And I couldn't even get it because you guys
Well,
were
there's
so
the good
fast
thing
and
is that,
fast.
well, it's every drive. There's another one coming around. What are we doing this drive, Ernie?
I gotta think of another one. Let's see here. How many? Let's see here. Just guess the yardage of the scoring play.
All right, guess the yardage of the scoring play. Field goals count.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, got a little 3rd and 2 false start there. That's no good for anybody.
That might quench the. That might squash our drive, our square right away.
Eason with a little sidearm whip. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. Well, I mean, in fairness, that could have been caught.
That's one kind of throwing motion.
Yeah, that's.
And there's the punt. All right.
There's been many plays in this game, and that was one of them.
That's a dead drive, Ernie. We're flipping it.
That is a dead drive. It's not a dead punt.
Of course, he finally gets a punt in. He finally gets a punt in play when we didn't do it.
We got this.
That is going to be a 73-yard punt.
All right, Ernie. What's the drive challenge for this one?
You want to do a turnover challenge here?
Yeah, let's do a turnover challenge. Who will get the turnover? Remember, folks, Tre White is unfortunately out for the season. Isaiah Curtis is his number 1 backup, and K something or other Jr. that got the interception return for a touchdown last game is the new 3rd back.
By the way, I love throwing out of the end zone. all that, you have all this. If you're never going to have more space to operate with as a quarterback than your own 1 yard line.
Oh, dude, play action out of the back of your own end zone is the best because they're selling out all on and run. They're just going to try and get a little bit of space for the punt. Nah, man.
Yeah, they're going for the safety dance. Was that caught? I couldn't tell there.
We have a generous gesture. Stephen Noble is donating his square to Chris McDaniels. Chris McDaniels, you have been willed a square. Tell us your number.
Oh my goodness, Stephen Noble already has like 40 of them. He can afford to. And what that guy can't do is, he can't do is afford to run a tournament Edmonds like that anymore. He has got pounds. Is that a tight end in the backfield? A tight end, he just got the square. Edmonds is a little too quick with a tight end trying to run an off tackle play.
Yeah, what is going on with the handing off to the tight end? Are they short on running backs or something?
Let's go, D.
I don't know.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
This is the Dolphins. I mean, this isn't exactly the smartest organization in the history of sports.
Jeez. Another third long conversion.
Let's go.
Right, Tua came out
That's
slinging.
the same guy who passed to that Sandy Golden. He's the same guy who ran the ball on second down. Got the pass on third down. What the heck's going on here?
Tua's just out there slinging.
Got it just in front of the cover two guys. A lot of cover two today. So first and 10 from the 47. Still time to get a turnover, hopefully.
Nobody underneath.
Yeah, they're giving him too much space underneath right now. 5, 6 yards a pop.
Jeffrey Choke says, glad the D got on the plane. Is the offense in quarantine? They're not in quarantine, but some of them are in bubble wrap. Trey Edmonds could have just put some offensive points on the board.
They were hanging out in South Beach last night. They're 14-0. They're in Miami. Couple minutes too much to drink. It happens. Do you get the first down or are you short? You want to see here.
4th and inches.
They do.
Again, there's no reason not to go for it.
4th and inches is like a 70% proposition or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Uh-oh.
The Bills made like every one of them last year, and they knew that they're punting. Oh my God.
Ernie, these squares are getting passed around like an X-rated reference. Chris McDaniels is donating the donated square to Tom Dinder. Tom Dinder, you are now up and been tagged with the square. Tom Dinder says 74. It still stands. Right.
I like that. I'm not donating anything. I want to square. I want to win. I appreciate that.
All right, I've got one here we haven't done before. How much time will be left on the clock when this drive ends for the Bills?
I like that one. Easton for going sidearm.
Yeah. It's a good thing it was sidearm. The guy didn't know how to.
All of a sudden he's trying something new.
Snuck up on him quick.
Yeah.
On the run, a little flip of the wrist. That one's to nobody.
Yeah,
boy.
that's the greatest pass I've ever seen in the history of football.
So the drive will officially end here when the ball hits, and we're not taking any more guesses as of this second. Too easy to get at this point. But when the play stops, that'll be our final number.
This punter is just on fire right now. So that's a
147.
47-yard punt, 47 net.
147. Nobody. Everybody is under. Everybody had more
Let's do
hope.
for this drive then.
Everybody had more optimism for the Bills than the Bills delivered.
Well, let's do it for this drive now.
All right. We're flipping it over, folks. Time. I'm going to put it on there. So it's the same contest. What will be? How much time will be left when the Dolphins' drive ends?
Going with the long count, but they have because the time is not on their side.
Uh-oh. I think these guys are happy to eat it. After this play's over, we're not taking any more guesses. Fumble! He took the timeout.
Why the Bills get the ball back?
All right, no more guesses. Well, the Bills did take a timeout for the punt. So again, when this play is over, that's our number. 9 seconds. 9 seconds.
Kneel that down. Are they gonna kneel or what they gonna do? Call an audible with
9 seconds. So far, Chuck Keller has 20. Anyone below 20? Rob Rowland had 18. Rob Rowland is our winner. Rob Rowland. And we're not going to do one for a 5-second play. So, Rob Rowland can pick your square. 147 was the number.
He said 152. Is that over?
That's for that. No. This time was for the new drive.
He was correcting that
Oh, he had a previous
said
that?
he put 152 after Michael Arnold had entered 51 seconds. Jeremy Heckler put 152 for the previous one. So does that count?
That would be.
So Jeremy Heckler wins the square.
Yep.
All right.
So we got Jeremy Heckler has to get a square number in, and who was our one for the 18
Rob
seconds?
Rowland.
Rob Rowland. Rob Rowland takes number 70.
Let me see if it's open still. 70 has already been taken this game.
70 has already been taken. Let's get them numbers up for Rob. There's the numbers. Sorry, 70's showing up is still available. Somebody grabbed it just before you on the flurry of numbers we're giving away here today. Jeremy Heckler says he'll take a random.
I can't pick one for you guys.
I'll pick one for him then. He gets 5.
5 was already taken.
Damn it.
Today, 5, 70, 89, 67, 58, and 74 have been taken.
Jeez, we're throwing out numbers.
Yes, you are, and I can barely keep up.
Give him 6. Well, theoretically, people weren't supposed to nail every single drive. Some of these were supposed to carry over, but it's a square-a-palooza, so we're rolling with it. Ernie, what are we rocking for this drive?
Sorry, I'm responding to John Atwater. He asked if I found his number. He had picked one that was already picked.
Alright, well, John, pick another number. We're gonna go with we'll do a
the Bills being doubled up in yards here.
Let's do a scoring drive.
All right, who will score the Bills touchdown? Singletary in a backup role still gets hurt. Come on, man. Sideline. 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 Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Atwater has taken 90. All right, folks, this is a scoring drive. You can kick. It's a scoring drive, so you can pick the field goal kicker as well. Whoever scores on this drive will be the winner.
All right, 3rd and 1. Let's get a scoring drive going.
All right, so because there's so few numbers left on the board and there's so many numbers we've already given out today, we're just going to start assigning the numbers because it's going to be too hard. It's easier to assign the numbers than it is to keep reading off the numbers that have already been selected today because they're not going to show up on the squares. So I don't deserve the unspoken response I got from the truck regarding law and order. Jeremy Heckler says Lutz a.k.a. the kicker. And we have no winners on this drive.
Well, let's carry over to the next drive then.
Let's go.
So, well, we can't do a scoring drive on defense, or...
Well, I mean, next offensive drive.
All right, well, we need a defensive rally.
Well, we need another. I mean, is every drive going to be a square this time or no?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's see here. How many pick the total yardage for the Dolphins this drive?
Total yards for the Dolphins this drive. They're starting at the 20. I will put it in the chat. Yards for Dolphins. And
the way they're calling out, hope someone pick negative.
the bets, the guesses will be closed at the end. If they cross midfield, the guess is closed. I like
See, that was a great play with that defense there. Again, not a lot of outside plays work against this Bills defense. Even Moses is like, I can't understand this. What are they doing?
I can't believe they even let you play.
Tua, quick little three-step drop back out of the shotgun. Finds a guy down the seam. Gesicki, I think, has most of the offense today for the Dolphins.
Look, it appears the Bills are just running basic defense today, not showing anything for the playoffs. So, I mean, they're running a lot of cover too. So everybody knows it, including the Dolphins. No big deal.
All right, so remember, folks, the drive started at the 20-yard line. Guess is closed once they cross the 50 here. So hold out for the last second, but don't hold out too long. This could be a chunk play. Oh.
Yep, another screen pass that doesn't work.
I'm gonna hit you all day, baby.
I don't think those plays work at all.
No, they definitely don't work against the Bills. I'm not sure they work for them. It's always good to run at a bunch of defenders instead of away from them. That's always a great idea. That's solid winning football right there.
60 outlaw. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Jeffrey Jobs is taking the second half under. The bettors clearly didn't, or the spread makers clearly didn't account for the Bills starting their backups.
Yeah, that line would have been different. And my goodness.
There's our boy, K. Vincent Jr. A couple sacks on the day. Get him, kid.
So they got so total yardage in this drive, barring a fake punt at 7. After all that nonsense, they had 7 total yards that drive.
Ooh, Scott Dill's looking pretty good. Bartles tied him. All right, we've got a runoff. It's Bartles versus Dill, and we cannot give them both squares this time. We're gonna have to do a runoff, folks. So I don't have any coins on hand. All right, Ernie, I'm gonna write down an even or an odd number. Andrea's going to be the witness. All right, Ernie, pick even or odd.
Odd.
Dill is our winner.
All right.
Dill was odd. Dill won. So we have Scott Dill pick. Well, you're getting assigned a square. We are officially assigning squares in the home stretch here. All right.
Square blue, you gotta assign squares.
All right. So that was the first play, and it was a pass play. So we're gonna do guess the number of running plays on this drive. Guess the number of running plays.
70, Indy.
And the bets will close at the 20-yard line. The 20-yard line. There's our first run of the drive. Moss had wide open space to the right, but decided to go look for somebody to hit.
Yeah. Sounds like Vegas. That Last call for bets. No more bets.
Oh, there's a bullet. Just short of the 20. It's just folks still have time to guess. We've got one rushing attempt so far.
About 40 yards this drive already. Drugs. Just outside, is that it? Just outside the red zone there?
Yep, just outside the code zone. Once they enter the code zone, all guesses are locked. Loves that little flick of the wrist and the sidearm throw.
Yeah, but it's working now. We don't found his touch.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Third down. We are closing the guesses at this point. We cannot guess at this point because they went backwards. We're locking it. And barring a fake field goal rush attempt, we have our winner.
60 Pittsburgh.
We got 3rd and 12. You want to be way ahead of me, then?
Boom. Drive over 1. 1 was the correct guess. Jeremy Heckler has his second square of the evening. The truck will assign you your square momentarily, Jeremy Heckler.
Did Jeremy Heckler pick number 6 before?
No, he was assigned number 6 before. That was the number I assigned. When I was told to pick a random number for him, he was assigned 6.
Well, 6'3" here in a barn burner.
What do we got for this drive, Ernie?
How many first downs the Dolphins going to have?
Dolphins first downs. Dolphins first downs.
Bound to lose one.
Keep a tally this time, Ernie. Keep a tally.
Well, after that play, I might not have the keep tally.
Once again, the guesses will close at midfield. The guesses close at midfield.
All right. You don't need to show the you don't need to show that replay 17 times. Just one would make it enough. But
Oh.
okay.
The middle linebacker always gets angry and storms off the bench. Ernie.
And there's another play to the outside doesn't work. McLean was all over that one. He was not cool whatsoever. Well, we went from 1st and 10 to 3rd and 20. Like I said, the Bills usually after the first drive, even if McLean wasn't there, Bolden was there too. That's just Bills defense all over this offense right now. Usually after the first drive, they tighten up like right away.
You gotta get a feel for the game, Ernie. You gotta get punched in the mouth once or twice.
But yeah.
And that's all she wrote.
The old, well, that was incomplete. I thought he only gained 4 yards. He gained 0 yards. The old 4-yard out and 3rd and 20. I'm sure Doug Marone's watching this game and clapping along, saying great play.
All right. The next drive for the Bills is going to be a scoring drive. Name the player that'll score, including the field goal kicker. And we have five zeros for the first down guess. 5. So how can we pick 5? All right, we're gonna do a runoff. 1 through 5. Put it in the chat. The first to 5. There's 5 of them. The first 5 wins. 1 through 5. The race is underway.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
That was a sneaky 5 yards in the first place. Nothing going on that
Make me
morning.
so happy.
Alright, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 runs.
Keep playing hard.
2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, folks, we need a couple more guesses here.
Ready, ready.
1 through 5.
50. I got you pumped.
Shoot.
5-5.
5 5s? I have 4
5
5s. Alright, 5 5s.
Come on, set.
5 5, Ernie, over and out.
All right, here we go.
Watch that.
Adam
Bills is
Hugel.
10 from midfield.
Adam Hugel gets a square.
Let's go, let's go.
Assign that man a square.
And Henry Ruggs gets the first out.
Henry Ruggs. Ernie, so
Right between two defenders. That's a nice toss.
I had a prediction in that quarterback chat that we were talking about earlier that I think Josh Allen is going to become Buffalo's Paul Bunyan. Like, there used to be the legend of Kiko Alonso, but I think Josh Allen is going to be more deserving of it when all's said and done, and he's going to be as huge as Paul Bunyan in Buffalo.
Yeah, well, I mean, legend of Kiko Alonso. I mean, people forget that he had a great first half of that season, but he was just okay the second half of the season. Then his career, the knee injury and whatnot, fizzled out. But yeah, I think Josh Allen's gonna be around a little bit longer than Kiko Alonso. And like Josh Allen's actually a guy you can count on. I mean, he's a legit first-round talent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you invest in a franchise quarterback.
Matthew Fox asked, why is Eason in? Eason is in because Tre White got hurt for the rest of the season in the previous game, and we wanted to take all the precautions we could not to get Paul Bunyan hurt before this final playoff run.
Yeah, we need his axe in the playoffs, buddy.
Is that Pugh? Oh, that would have been sweet if Pugh ran one in.
I'm all about abolishing the fullback.
I think the Bills are like the last team to carry a fullback.
Pretty much. Yeah. And that's what worries me about them because they still have a coach stuck in 1980.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
Yep.
Big River, Big River.
You know, like,
There it is.
this is up the middle.
Is that Cam
There it is.
Akers?
Moss?
I think it's Akers. No, it's Moss. It's Moss. All right.
Off the Moss.
Who had Moss? Ooh. I think I'm going to be generous to John Gararchi. I'm butchering his name, so I probably should be generous to him. He said Miss TD, Ernie. He said Miss TD, but I think he meant Moss touchdown.
I'm guessing, yeah, yeah.
Josh Arnold had Moss.
Josh Arnold had
Henry
Moss?
Goats has Moss.
Where?
Up both.
Oh. All right, what do we have? 3 Mosses?
Mm-hmm.
Technically 2.5 because we had a missed touchdown.
That counts. You know.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna
Not
count it
teased.
for them. All right, 3 winners. 3 winners. I'm gonna do something unusual here. Does any of the 3 winners not have a square yet? I know John's got a square. They do all have squares.
They play all the time.
Well, if there was somebody that didn't have a square, we were going to go with them automatically. But if they've all got squares, we've got to do a run-up. All right. 1 through 3. Let's do first 1 to 3. First 1 to 3. 1 through 3. Oh, we need something for this drive too, Ernie. While we're doing our race.
Who's turnover drive. They're overdue.
Teo drive.
Third and 1. Let's see what they do here.
Oh, we've got a three-way tie. Threes win. Threes win it. So, fittingly enough, I believe the Miss TD, John Goretzky, is going to win his second square of the evening. Yeah. I'm pretty bad at last names. I know how to pronounce some Polish names, though.
Let's go. 30 days, let's go. Let's go, deep, tight, ready.
Yeah.
Let's go, deep, tight, ready.
When I worked the paper, I just spell them. That's personal crap.
I can pronounce them, I'm not spelling them.
Okay, right.
13-3. Looks like the quarter's going to end here. Barring a total collapse by this defense, the Bills are going to go to 15-0 heading into Week 17.
That's one of my biggest pet peeve when the quarterback has no idea when the quarter's ending.
Yep.
Ready, go.
And Tyrod Taylor was the king of that.
Yes, set, ready.
He was also probably the very worst, very worst 2-minute quarterback I've ever seen in my entire life.
Uh-oh. Girardi's calling me out. He's saying his last name is Polish. I only do well with the skis, I guess. Yeah, Josh Arnold, you should be well into the drinks by now. You should be saying, I need another drink. Especially after a 3-3 snoozer for most of this game. That's right. Thank you, Doug. 4's in the chat. This is a big one. Speaking of big one,
Wow.
there's the sack.
That's the second sack of the day, if I recall. Yes, it is. Look at that.
As Zach would say, save a horse,
Like, yeah.
ride a quarterback.
Oliver just manhandling the offensive lineman there, and he's got quick. As soon as he gets past there,
Oh, man.
boom.
Tom Dinder's calling me out. I screwed up the overlay. Friday is at the Colts. It's not the Dolphins.
Good eye, Tom. Good eye.
Yeah. The worst part about it is I had to move the cursor past the team name to get to the Wednesday to turn it to Friday, and still forgot to put the team name in there. When I was rushing through, I got back late today for kickoff.
You're killing us with your excuses.
Gratwick had
Game
a little bit of a meeting in Malibu today, and Ernie, I had my first random actress coming up and trying to pitch us in the middle of a meeting moment today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's like,
Are you going to divulge who the actress is, or just
almost blocked by Bubba. Oh, she was a quote unquote undiscovered actress, but she's like, I was sitting nearby and overheard your conversation, and I have a lot of psychic energy and feelings, and I just know you are the guys I'm looking for. Here's my script and package. And she was sweet and nice about it, but you know, I shot her straight, Ernie. I'm like, listen, the conversation we're having is about building the infrastructure to be able to bring movies to existence, but we're far enough away from that we'd be wasting your time taking your little deck and package right now. So I thank you, but I'm not gonna take that from you and give you false hope. Yeah, Dave Bartles, I'd have given you Bubba too if he did the block punt.
Bill's offensive line gave false hope they were going to block for Easton there.
All right, let's do a scoring drive again, Ernie. Scoring drive. The Dolphins are rocking minus 15 yards of offense in the second, 25 yards of offense. At the half, they had 202, and they're now at 178. Scoring drive.
Name the player?
Yep, name the player.
Oh, we don't got to worry about that unless they fake punt, so.
Michael Arnold, he's rolling with the punches. Over under for next game. How many mistakes you guys make during the game? A lot of numbers to guess there. If that's going to be the over-under, I might put, like I Spy, I might put some intentional mistakes out there, some misspellings, to see if you guys notice all of them. Can you blame him?
How far is Malibu before you live now? How far was drive that? About 45 minutes or so?
Yeah, it took about 45 minutes to get there through the canyon. Dude, I passed a section between here and Malibu that was 115 degrees.
Really? What town?
Up by Calabasas.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Interesting.
Yeah, 115 right now.
Get the Malibu, you gotta like kind of go around the Malibu, right? Like you take 101. Like, 101 is Calabasas, right?
Yeah, you take that all the way there, and then you take that road where the highway gets off, and it goes by Pepperdine, takes you. Yeah, takes you right into the back of Malibu. Chris McDaniels is going to bail us out on this drive. This is going to be a random comment drive here. As long as the Bills stop the Dolphins from scoring a touchdown on this drive, we will pick a random comment for the next square winner.
First down.
From just a touchdown, right? So if they kick it, get a field goal.
The Bills just have to stop the Dolphins from scoring a touchdown to win somebody a square.
Ready. 70 in.
Yeah, oh, Matthew Manzella, San Fran is definitely colder than LA. I almost lost my soul once at the Cove in San Francisco. Alcatraz on my 30th birthday tried to steal my soul, Ernie.
Yeah, I was there at the end of school watching the Bills get pounded by the 49ers like 45-3.
Bubba just saved everybody's shot at a square here.
Well, I mean, yeah.
See,
no safety help whatsoever.
because that's what hurts this team with the big plays, is because they blitz two secondary players so much, it leaves their safeties in man-on-man coverage a lot. And occasionally they just get straight burned for a long touchdown. Get that boy. We need to give away a square here.
Here comes the ball.
Scoring play, how many yards? Touchdown or field goal?
We've already got one on the board here, Ernie.
No.
It's a random comment wins as long as the Dolphins don't score a touchdown. So right now, Bubba's our hero because he just...
I think that's score period, my bad. I was going to say that's kind of unlikely. Okay, gotcha.
Nope. Bills just have to hold him to a field goal here. Somebody's getting a square. That's how you do it. Mullen comes in. He says...
He did a great job holding on to the ball there.
He's shutting down that young kid that had 2 sacks himself. He has to respond. Yeah, get with the program, Ernie, says Chuck Keller.
Chuck Keller, I'll take your squares away.
Commandeer your squares.
Pete Marini likes Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb is tasty. I wish I
Better
had,
than Dr. Pepper.
I wish I had some Mr. Pibb with some SoCo in it right now.
Oh my god, I had too much Southern Comfort in college.
What a duck that ball was. They're gonna kick this, aren't they?
I bet they do.
All right. Bubba saved the day. The truck will now scroll and hope for a random comment.
That's the one I landed on. Doug Komorowski with your comment of I don't talk much.
I believe it's Doug Komorowski.
Oh, Doug. Or Doug. All of the above.
There's only one person I've ever come in contact in my entire life whose name's Duck.
Ducky.
That jackass on Pittsburgh. Because his name's not Duck.
We got this.
Ernie, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Duck Hodges, the quarterback.
Duck Hodges, there he is. Duck Hodges. All right, let's hope this team gets the running game going here and take some time off the clock. How many run plays? Run plays, run plays, run plays.
Touchdown here would be nice, too. Just put the game away. They're not scoring a touchdown. They can barely score 2 field goals.
Ooh, Schwartz.
Schwartz does an angry run by Schwartz. Like, give me the ball.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a lot of touches this season. He wants to do whatever he can with what he gets. I'm not sure I agree with the pass-heavy attack with Jacob Eason as the quarterback, but...
Well, if they get points, I mean, actually, they're the full starter on sides.
Sides.
All right, they encroach. They can't encroach.
All right. The cutoff will be at the 40-yard line of the Dolphins. Once they cross the 40-yard line, all rushing play guesses are closed.
Down. 50, plant.
I'll tell you what, he had a shaky start, but he had played well in the second half. There we go. Their field goal range. All they need is points here, basically, in my opinion.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
this game away. Even a field goal.
Ruggs with 10 catches for 113 yards. That's the first run play of the drive. And all guesses are closed. Closed, closed, closed. They crossed the 40. Closed. Was that a run play, Ernie? I looked away for a second. Yep, that was a run play. 2 run plays.
Run play for first down.
Tick, 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 tick.
They're getting what you want now. Now they're getting the running game going. Man, they'll play action here. Put the ball in the end zone, call the day. I'll go home. Why not? We can't go home because we got to cover the rest of the game, but they can go home.
This is a twofer here, Ernie. Not only are they keeping their undefeated season alive to come for that Dolphins record, but they're also eliminating the present-day Dolphins from the playoffs with this win.
I love it. Everything about it I love. They got to close it out.
Empty backfield 5 minutes ago, 1-score game with your backup quarterback in? Sure.
Well, I'm telling you, he's had a great second half. He almost got 300 yards.
He hasn't really thrown downfield much either. It's all been like within 20 yards.
I mean, you get a...
As far as I'm
You can't throw the
concerned,
ball like that.
there should be 3 straight runs into the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 15, line it. 15 line.
Run, 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 kick, over. Yeah, for them. Stop that clock for him.
This would be Doug's first score he's ever done. Everyone else has had most scores. Can we let him pick up by giving the full list of all the ones taken today? And granted everyone, that's 12 given away today. So this is 12 numbers in a list that are already taken, plus all of the blues on the charts are taken. He gets this one pick. It's his first one. He's tried so many times. So let Doug pick his one.
If you want to manage all of that, go for
Alright,
it.
here's the list, Doug. Chris is going to put the chart up.
What are you doing? What are you doing, guy? This is why you run it 3 times, Ernie. This is why you run it 3 times. What are you doing, dude? 2. 2 is the answer. Any 3 or more and they win. 2. 2 Wonka bars. That wasn't a run. That was a pass play that he got sacked. There was only 2 runs. 2 runs.
Oh, there were 3.
One. Oh, Jeffrey Jones has 2 runs.
No, there was 2 runs. I paid attention the entire way. They had first and goal. They
2 runs for the first down, and they ran the ball on second and goal.
they didn't run the ball on any of the goals. It was pass.
They ran the ball on second and goal, I promise you.
It was first down pass, second down fumble.
Oh, second down was a run, third down was a fumble.
I'll trust Jeremy Heckler, but I'm not trusting you, Ernie.
Well, I'm right. I'm telling you I'm right.
All right, I missed the second down play. So 3 runs.
2, then that third run.
3 runs it is. Let's see.
Thank you, Chad. It's important to us.
Doug Komorowski has 3. He might.
Arnold has it. Jeremy Heckler has it. Tom Binder has it.
60 outlaw.
All right. So how many do we have?
4.
4.
Now they run the ball. They need to pass the ball.
All right. 4. We've got 4 for the square, Ernie. 4 for the square. How should we pick? All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. The next play, or the next stoppage of the clock that ends on 1, 2, 3, or 4, that's gonna be our winner. So the clock has to stop on 1, 2, 3, or 4. And for this drive, we're going to go with how long will the game-winning field goal be? And this is going to be the field goal. This is going to be our final square of the night. How long will the field goal length be? The game-winning field goal. And if they win on a touchdown, the extra point will count as the game-winning field goal. So you can guess the extra point length if you think they're going to score a touchdown. But we're going with the game-winning kick length. And we need a stoppage of clock here. Still haven't gotten one on the 1, 2, 3, or 4. And just to make it fair, we're gonna, and so we can get the stoppage of play in. If it's a higher number that can be divided by 2 and equal 1, 2, 3, or 4, that counts as well. That's out of bounds. Come on, 1 extra second couldn't tick off there? Are you kidding me? The only number that nobody wins on is 9.
3 goes into 9 3 times.
No, we said 2. Why would we do multiples of 3 when we're going through 1 through 10?
Alright. They're in field goal range. I wouldn't mind. There you go. Little run. And now they're out of field goal range. They went back.
The only other number that can is 0. 9 and 0 are the only 2 numbers that nobody can win on. And there goes field goal range. And you couldn't even catch that to get into field goal range. And we've got 7. Forgot about 7. Damn it, nobody can win.
We're not going to stop at the next play, so either way.
Yeah. Anything but 7, 9, and 0.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Anything but 7, 9, and 0. I can't believe they just blew that field goal range, too. All right, 3. 3 is our winner. Out of the 4 that we had, who was the third one?
Josh Arnold.
Josh Arnold. Get your square. Josh Arnold. Remember, folks, the only square left on the board other than the final total score is the field. Oh, get the safety for it. Come on. How do you not sack him? Jeez.
Wow. That would have been huge, obviously. Captain Obvious.
Oh, now they're content to go. Take a timeout. Take a timeout. Are you kidding me? The Bills aren't going to take a timeout with 3rd and 13? Jesus, this is just embarrassing programming right here. All you need is a field goal to win the game, and you're not taking this timeout? This is embarrassing. All 3 timeouts, Ernie. All 3 timeouts. And these guys are just content to run it out. Oh, you're going to take a timeout now? Nope, not even going to go for the block punt. Unbelievable. This team's got 5 block punts on the season. They're not even going to try for one.
Well, I can see this happening in real life.
Just happy to take the game out of their own control and put it in the hands of a coin flip.
That's the end of regulation with the score
That's disgraceful. We've got a pretty symbiotic scorecard there. 3, 3, 10, 10. All right, folks. We are in overtime with the undefeated season on the line. Josh Arnold says we can assign the square if that's easier.
Yep. This is number 60.
You've got 60, son.
And Doug would still have to pick up the touchdown.
That's you're managing the Doug pick.
The chart he put up.
Get the ball. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Not a lot of rushing today. Pete Perini says this sim is highly questionable. What are the questions, Pete? We've got some overtime here. We can answer them. Hit us with all your questions.
They get the third and 1, big third and 1, obviously. Let's see what they do here.
Tua with a whole lot of little passes. I've stuffed this in. Ernie, what if this game ends in a tie and they go 18-0-1?
That would be interesting. Now, if ever there was a time for that pick six, it's now.
Adam Hugel wants to know why his 40 square isn't blue. The square. Okay. Oh, okay. Ernie, trying to update the audience here. Adam Hugel, the squares aren't updated during the game, so we come into the game with the updates from the previous game, and Andrea has the numbers written down. Once the game's over, she fills out the blue ones for all of the ones that were picked this game, and then the remaining ones are still white for the next game. Because the graphic is already loaded, we don't have a way to swap out the graphic as we go along. But your 40 is on the books. You're clear for takeoff, Ernie.
All right, 2nd and 5. They're kind of getting into field goal range. Again, a field goal does not win the game this drive. Only a touchdown does. The Bills will get the ball back. They close to the field. That doesn't look good at all. And a face mask to add that? That's not a good time to have a face mask.
Is this really going to be the only touchdown drive they give up in the game? This freaking overtime?
We play to win.
Automatic first down.
Gonna have to make up for that penalty, Trey.
Red. Hey, Reed. 49. Hey, here we go.
Let's see here.
Oh, jeez.
It is marks on the field when it counts. That's not good. First and goal, obviously they need to stop it. Thankfully they ran the outgainer, which never worked.
If that would have been the one time it worked.
Yeah.
No turnovers yet this game. This would be a great time for the turnover. Well, no turnovers for them.
With the way they managed to clock at the end of the game, they deserve to lose. Any team that managed to clock right at the end of the game deserves to lose.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. 3 timeouts, 45 seconds left. You need a field goal to win, and they're trapped deep in their own end zone. Are you kidding me? Ah! Come on, that's got to be reviewed. That's got to be reviewed. In between 2 guys, too. Look at this. Oh.
What a way to lose.
Every time the computer gets the ball in overtime first, they go right down the field and get a touchdown.
Again, that all comes to me. That comes down to the end of the game. You play not to lose, you lose.
Jacob Eason coughs up the ball with the Bills ready to put the game away, coughs it up. The extra point ends up being our game-winning kick. So
Will you put the chart back up right now? No one won it.
who had 18 yards for the kick? For the scoring kick. What a distasteful 14-1. And our total score is 13 for the Bills. So no one won the total score square tonight. Everyone had higher. We're looking to see who had the kick. Did anyone have 18 yards for the kick?
No.
Nobody wins the 2 final squares. This is just a salty end to a game, Ernie, all over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. That yeah, you're right. Like,
What a wasted performance by Ruggs.
Could we?
well, I'll tell you what. I mean,
please,
that
for Doug?
and the fumble aside, but it shouldn't have been a fumble because they shouldn't have even had him
Throwing.
throwing the ball at that point. He played really well the second half.
Yeah, I mean, if you take away that game-breaking play,
Yeah, well, don't put him in that position. Don't put your when your backup quarterback is giving you that game. Don't put him in position to lose the game. He's giving you what he's going to give you. Total, like, don't press your luck there.
yeah. They definitely put their young backup QB in a miserable situation. Adam Hugel, that's all it needs to be said. Run the ball. 3 runs and it was over. How do you jeopardize an undefeated season like that, Ernie?
Yeah, and they could have just put the game away. All they had to do.
Absolutely terrible taste in my mouth on that one.
You get a 70% completion percentage with 306 yards out of your backup quarterback, a young backup quarterback when he played like garbage in the first half. You gotta take that. That's playing with house money. You gotta don't not put it. You can't press your luck with that.
Matthew Manzella says, make sure to check out his Allen video on Tyrod. It's fire. Fire. All right, we're going to wrap this one up. I'm going to go smash some stuff. Going to cut Jacob Eason. Going to just blow it all up. These,
9 more squares than we normally do.
This Square-a-Palooza definitely came to an end. But these Sims don't come to an end. Unfortunately, this undefeated season came to an end. But the true goal is still just ahead. Ernie, we'll be back Friday night against the Colts to wrap up the regular season and get this playoff wagon started.
All right, guys. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. We'll see you Friday.
Yep. Once again, this train never stops.